And I'm DD right now, so I need that.
What's DD?
Dick deprived. 6 times on Saturday, 3 to 4 times other days. What?
I'm a man. What you want me to do? Schedule my erections? Like, I can't help that.
No, babe, I want you to pace yourself. Can you do that?
Oh, okay. There's a team of fans, and we're going to talk a little sisters here too. Now, this is just a question, not so much a complaint, because trust and believe there have been various writing inconsistencies and plot holes that fans have pointed out within the first like 6 episodes of season 2. I think one of the biggest ones that people wanted me to discuss as early as episode 2 was, wait a minute, Fatima left her car at the parking garage, but then she tells Zach, I got your side chick, let me go get her, and it was in her car. And some people have said, wait, what if it's her first car? Like her car that she had prior to Zach buying her the new one in Zatima season 1. But in terms of timeline stuff, which you know how it works in this show, timeline is such a very, very, very convoluted thing, even though it shouldn't be. If Fatima made her, I guess you could say, sexual exhaustion known the same day that she left her car at the parking garage, then how in the world did she get that side chick? The only way it makes sense is if Angela stopped by a store on the way back from dropping off, on the way back from work to drop Fatima off. Fatima got the side chick, got home, put it in the trunk of her original car. It makes no sense. But the other thing, and the reason I brought up the car thing was in relation to the side chick and the reason why she got the side chick for Zach. Because a question that fans have been having, and I actually love this question. Fatima explains to Zach that she's pretty much sexed out in terms of damn near half a dozen, if not more times per day, Zach and her knocking the boots, which makes me further question, okay, if they're having sex that much, how in the world is Fatima not pregnant? But then after one office session with Zach, and we don't even know if Zach even finished, Karen's pregnant. I don't know, it's weird. But in any case, when exactly are they having sex? I know that we saw them doing it in the shower in Zatima season 2 episode 1, but like I said, timeline is a convoluted thing. We know for sure they ain't been banging in Sisters in quite a while. Hell, in season 5, she says she's DD'd, as in dick deprived. And if you look at every episode of Sisters since that night, which has only been a give or take 2 to 3 days max, they have not had sex because they've always been fighting. Fatima leaves, but then she comes back, and even when she's back, Zach is sleeping on the couch. So, yeah, it's like I said before, in terms of the timeline stuff, well, they're both different shows, or, hey, the things in Zatima happen when Zach and Fatima aren't on screen in Sisters. That's not a valid argument in season 5, because in Sisters season 5, Zach and Fatima have a hell of a lot of screen time. I think, look, I'm not going to give exact numbers because I'm not doing all that work. I will say this much. I think that it's a given that in season 5, Zach and Fatima, or Zatima in general, they got way more screen time in season 5 than any other season of Sisters. And I think it's due to the fact that Tyler just over relied on, the trio that is Zach, Fatima, and Karen to lead most of the drama of the season. So, when it comes to the sex stuff, it's like I said before, a lot of events in Sisters season 5 reference events from Zatima season 1, such as the locker room confrontation between Fatima and Deja, and Fatima brought up the hot tub situation, and I believe Zach brought up her ex, aka Ian, a couple of times. But then she made some interesting statements like, you know what, my ex had me on his yacht and asked me to get back together with him, and I refused. So I'm like, wait, we haven't seen that in Zatima yet. So does that mean at some point Ian, or well, I don't really know why Ian would do that if he does have cancer. Like, what are you going to get back together for? Maybe there's another ex we don't know about. But basically, it's a situation where why in the world are there so many inconsistencies like this? Well, my theory is this: in Zatima season 2, there are certain events that have not happened yet. As in, if we go through the entirety of Zatima season 2, I think that it's not exactly lined up with Sistas. So, for example, I think episodes 1 through 10 of Zatima season 2 might take place before Sistas season 5 episode 4. You know, I'm just throwing out numbers here. But as we go further into Zatima season 2, then some of those events will fit more within the context of Sistas season 5. Like I said before, it's completely convoluted. I wish it was more streamlined, but that's the only way to make sense of it, because these two must be banging like crazy on Zatima, because they sure as hell ain't doing that on Sistas season 5. Also, in terms of Fatima being DD'd, that definitely had to have happened prior to, or excuse me, this has to be after her whole side chick thing. Maybe, you know, her and Zach go through it so much in Zatima, and and Roxy's so, you know, exhausted, and he gets used to the side chick, or they keep fighting that much that they don't have sex. So for her to go, I'm DD, makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Jeremy, what do you mean? Well, she said she was DD'd long after the gym confrontation with Deja, when it was mentioned about the hot tub, which was in the finale of Zatima season 1. Before we get to, you know, episode 2 of season 2, she mentions being, you know, overworked, if you will. So, yeah, I know this video is all over the place, just like the writing for the show. Whoop-de-freaking do. But, yeah, it makes no sense. Like, when exactly are these two knocking the boots so much, you know, in the closet, on top of the closet, you know, in the car, on the couch, in the kitchen, like bang, 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 bang. I don't know. Maybe they're getting it on during commercial break, but we just don't know. But I highly doubt that. But yeah, I have no idea how Fatima is allegedly, you know, DO'd, as in dick overdosed. And these two clearly have not been going at it, at least on Sisters, the way they used to. So, with that being said, when exactly do you think these two have been going wild in the bed? Because even if you could, like, I guess you could say, fill in the blanks between Sisters season 5 and Zatima season 2 perfectly, it's one of those situations where you got to look at it from the perspective of timeline stuff in terms of dialogue. Because think of it this way: in the finale, Angela and Bryce were supposed to come over for dinner, but then we end off the finale with the DNA results for Heather's kid being Zach's. Bryce talks to Zach saying, or asking, hey, we were supposed to come over last night, but you canceled. Was everything okay? Did it have to do with, you know, what I tried to do to you? And it was like, no, it was something else, but I don't want to talk about it. Meaning, and this is just my, you know, putting context clues together, technically speaking, there was only a night that separated the finale of Zatima season 1 and 2. Because if Bryce referenced, hey, why'd you cancel on us last night, then there literally was no time skip between seasons 1 and 2. So, yet again, I have to ask, when exactly did Fatima and Zach do the nasty so many times that Fatima needs to take a break? You tell me. Alright, well, that's all I got. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I know I'm thinking about this too hard, but you can't keep saying that these shows, oh, well, the continuity's different, or, oh, they're just, we're looking into their life when they aren't on screen as sisters, when you keep referencing one show in the other and vice versa. But what do I know? I'm just a fan. Super fan. Who talks about this for a living. Okay, that's all I got. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.